The Manato drama is insane. Hey guys, it's me, Box2, and today I am bringing you guys another delicious plate of sloppy gacha game drama. And on today's episode, we have a Zenless Zone Zero drama. Anyways, here is some background context before we start. Zenless Zone Zero, as we all know, is a game about gooning. No, that is not satire, and no, I am not rage baiting. That is simply a fact.
I want mommy. I want milk. I want to be held. I want to be comforted.
Love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
I am willing to bet my entire bloodline that there are more players gooning to the game than actual players playing the game. Anyways, this is where the problem starts. Since the release of Zenless Zone Zero, which was around a year ago, the game has released a total of 38 characters. And here's the kicker. Out of those 38 entire characters, there exists only a grand total of 9 male characters. That is almost a 4-to-1 female to male ratio. And I can tell at a first glance that there is obviously a gooning imbalance going on in this game. There is so much female gooning material.
It was too fast. Red.
But almost no male gooning material, which in turn leaves one side of the community more bitter than the other. And if we are only looking at male characters that are somewhat meta, then there are only 3 of them. So most of the male characters in the game are just less powerful and therefore less fun to use. So pretty much this is the main issue. There is a lack of strong male characters in Zenless Zone Zero, and there's also a lot less male Rue 34s.
B, how the fuck you know this? How? Hold on, bro. How?
And here is where Kamano Manato comes in. Yo, here's a quick little reminder to like and subscribe if you guys have enjoyed the video so far. I also stream at twitch.tv/box2 every single day. And make sure to check out GamerSupps.com. You know, they sell amazing white powder that gives you a lot of energy. And very cool PG cups, you know, just look at them. Use code BOX2 for 10% off your order. Anyways, back to the video. Manato is a big, buff, oily furry that came into the game with the release of version 2.1. As soon as this man walked into the story, he was an instant fan favorite. Walking into the screen with his gigantic fucking biceps, his cheese grater chest, and his nonchalant toothpick. You can see why players all collectively went nuts for this guy. From the moment that he appeared, every single male gooner collectively waited for his banner to go live. They would log in every day, you know, farming their 60 little polychromes daily so they can prepare for Manato's banner. Flash forward, August 22, 2025. The Zenless Zone Zero drip marketing dropped. And with the drip marketing came Lucia, a brand new female character, S rank. Yitari, another brand new female character, S rank. And Manato, brand new male character, A rank. And this right here triggered a lot of people. Comments were up in flames. Why didn't you just release him in 2.1? Then why all the buildup for an A rank? Rank A Manato. Uninstalled. Might as well rename this game to Zenless Zone Zero. I'm not gonna lie, man. This tweet right here, this tweet is funny as fuck. A rank after all this. Kinda hate y'all right now. You introduce a character we haven't met yet as an S rank, but not the one so many people were excited about. Like, I adore Manato, but this is super disappointing. You get the point, you know, people were big mad. And honestly, you know, understandably so. You know, me personally, you know, I don't really care about male characters too much. I just like to goon, you know, I goon to women despite what everyone says. But man, you know, just imagine being a male enjoyer, you know, waiting many months for just one release. Finally, you know, one comes out and he's busty as hell and he's sexy as hell. And it turns out he's just been reduced to an A rank, you know, turned into a side character. Bro probably won't even be usable next week.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
So not only are male enjoyers getting less gooning material than the female enjoyers, but when they finally do get an actual character, he's a shitty A rank. And let's be honest, man, A ranks are just way less fun to use compared to the S ranks. So, you know, that probably doesn't feel too good. And I've done some extra research, you know, I have seen into the dreams, and dude, Manato looks cool as hell. He looks like a gacha version of Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. And I don't even really play Zenless Zone Zero, and I'm upset that he's not an S rank. Even JP, yeah, Japanese players who are famously known for their super gooning towards female anime characters are a bit upset. These posts right here are all translated from Japanese Twitter, and I'm gonna read them out loud. I'm quitting this game because of A rank. Quit on your own accord. Sure, I know that female characters make the gacha roll more, but when a character I've been waiting for since 2.0 is an A grade, and some random new character snags S grade, it is honestly pretty disheartening. Think about it. Being A grade means that it is easy to fully max out. In other words, it means that you can easily strip it down. This guy right here, he's just horny. You know, I just wanted to add him into the video because, you know, he's honestly such an icon. But yeah, this isn't an exclusive problem just for Zenless Zone Zero. It's actually a pretty common occurrence for many gacha games. You know, there will always be more female characters than male characters because female characters, let's be honest, they sell better. These companies gotta do what they gotta do to get that bag. You know, if Dawei doesn't get his 10th yacht this month, then he's gonna big a big old fat tantrum. But in all seriousness, you know, it really does suck that there aren't more male characters in gacha games. Because whenever they do make them, you know, they fucking cook, man. They fucking rock.
And like most dicks, he's hard as a rock and causes nothing but problems.
Say hello to Dick.
Finon, Mighty, Brant, Aventurine, Joseph Joestar, Lighter. All incredible designs. But yeah, it sucks, you know, but it is what it is. But don't you worry, Zenless men lovers. You know, I will pray, Box 2, I will pray an S-rank naked male character into existence for you in the next patch. But the only catch is that you'll have to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and get notifications to all of my content where I will be talking about a variety of gacha topics and give the best takes known to mankind. I also stream on twitch.tv/box2 at 10 p.m. PST sometimes, so, you know, make sure to come and watch, because if you don't, then I'll get lonely. And when I get lonely, I have pretty bad thoughts. And sometimes those bad thoughts lead me into doing pretty bad things. So yeah, come watch if you guys can. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, man. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.